So welcome, my name's George Hampson. I'm the sales manager here at the Kia Oval. We're here celebrating the event between the British Pakistan Foundation and the Kia Oval ahead of this summer's cricket. The Pakistan team are touring and they'll be playing here in the middle of August. Very much looking forward to them come. We're hoping for an English win, but I'm sure the Pakistan community are not hoping for that. They've got a fantastic team. We're very much looking forward to it, and this event that we're putting on this evening is very much here to welcome the Pakistan community to the Oval this summer, and we're hoping for a great game of cricket.
We're here because the Oval has been very kind to allow us to use their space, the Pakistan room, and the main reason for it is that our cricket team, after 5 years, is going to come here to play in August. So we thought it would be a good opportunity to celebrate the team coming here, to actually bring in the new year, to launch a couple of the ideas that the British Pakistan Foundation has in terms of what we want to do, what we're trying to achieve in this country, and hopefully, God willing, things are going to go well. And as you can see, we've got a wonderful crowd here. There are a lot of young people. There are a lot of older people like myself, but I think this is a good opportunity to, as you know, cricket draws the community, and we believe that this year we are going to do extremely well in cricket. I can't say too much about the team in New Zealand, but I'm hoping that when we come here and then during the World Cup also, I think there's the World Cup in March and April, things will go quite well for us. But again, the idea is to get the young people to start participating in community activities. First of all, I want to thank the Oval Cricket Club for allowing us to use this beautiful Pakistan room. I think it's been a while coming. Pakistan is coming here, as you know, in August, and we are going to win. And we'll all be here to watch them. But I wanted to give a little bit of background on what we're trying to do and where we're going with the British Pakistan Foundation. We've got 3 or 4 different objectives, which I just want to really quickly get through because it's going to be a long night and we want to have networking. We started off with the Business and Professionals Network so that we could attract younger people to come and just network amongst the community. I think there was a big lack for that. I think there's a big requirement for it. We haven't achieved 100% of our objective, but it's moving in the right direction, and we need your help and support. Below the networking, we've developed 4 different clubs. For example, city bankers, city lawyers, youth, sales and marketing, and of course the youth, okay? To add to that, we've managed to secure some funding from 1 or 2 benefactors, and we are creating an angel investors fund for the ethnic entrepreneurs. Okay, and this program we hope to launch sometime after June, because you need to get a lot of legal work done. You need to get the business set the company set up that's going to do it, and so on and so forth. So we hope that by June we are going to run in the year 2016-17 at least 6 road shows starting in London and moving up, because there's only 350 of 1,000 of us in the southeast. There's about 1.5 million of us up north, so it's a big community. So that's the business and social network side. Then of course we've got the women's networking, which is starting its own programs. It's got its own head, and at this point I must I have to do these things. I must thank Habib Bank AG Zurich, who is actually a sponsor of the Professional and Business Network. We've managed to secure some more funding for the ladies for the women's networking. They've just been given a grant of £10,000, so it's going to be really good programs. Ladies, you should be all attending. Next, we're moving on to we're pushing for membership. Now, before everybody starts turning around and going away, it's for free. You don't need to pay us, okay? It's for free, because why? As I said, look, which will eventually lead, if we get enough members, we plan to have a sort of like you can call it a mini election. It's basically to create a national council. In a country like this, which is now all of our homes, I consider myself an import, but my children are local. I think representation is key, okay? And the only way you can be represented in a democracy is to have a vote. So at some point in time, there needs to be representation, whether it's community views, whether it's community ideas, and also for the broader community or general public, they need to be comfortable with us as a population to say, if there's an issue, who do we go to, right? Okay, and I think this is where the platform, hopefully in years to come, will be the solution to issues that are faced within the Pakistani community who live in the UK. We go up north sometimes and people say, well, what are you doing for us? So yeah, that's a good point. Everybody in the South's getting the benefit, nobody in the North's getting the benefit. So we came up with a brilliant idea, which is a BritPack helpline. Okay, that cuts through all, in my opinion, all barriers. Anybody can call us, and we're working on that. That will take a few months because there's a lot of work to be done. You have to get a lot of clearances from officials, and actually the advantage of this is initially, if you fund this project, the government, there's funding available from the government. There's actually funding available from all local councils for this. So I think, we've got a strategy, we've got a plan, we're moving forward, and we need your support. So I could do a Lord Kitchener and say, we need you. I want to thank the Oval Cricket Club for inviting us and letting us use your premises. Thank you very much, Mr. Stewart. As I said, as a community, if you want us to come over to your cricket club and support you, just pick up the phone and call us. Thank you very much.
I think sport is fantastic. I think sports breaks all barriers. I think sports, what happened with sports, if you look at what happened with South Africa and how Nelson Mandela changed the whole perception of South Africa. I think if Pakistan can get involved in sport and really play on the highest level, I think that can change the perception. And that's, for me, sport breaks all barriers, and that's what I'm really, really passionate about. So my background is, forget the IT side and forget about my being a sportsman. I'm now involved in social enterprise, and I'm based in Woking. And today it's a real pleasure for me to be here because I get to introduce the legend, Michael James Stewart, OBE. I got this information off him, then I'll tell you some personal things about him, so he's going to get shocked in a minute. He made his debut in '62 against Pakistan, and that's when he scored his first maiden century. And then the last test he played was against India in '64, so I don't know what happened there between Pakistan and India, mate. So you can tell us in a minute. So he's been manager of England, obviously played for Surrey Cricket Club. Sort of guy that in the 70s I used to follow, like players like Sarfraz Nawaz and Zahir Abbas and Asif Iqbal, who unfortunately couldn't be here today from ALY, who's played in that era. So for me, growing up as a Pakistani, they were sort of people I sort of looked up to. Mickey was also given an OBE in 1998 for his contribution to sport. He's son of Alec Stewart, who's a Chelsea fan like me, which is good, who also made over 100 test matches. What you might not know, Mickey also played football, played for Charlton. He would have gone to the Olympics in Melbourne, but because he was a professional cricketer, he didn't go to football. My involvement with Mickey is in Woking. We have what's called the Bedser Foundation. The Bedser are the twins who played for Surrey, who put the name of Woking on the map. And I'll let Mickey explain what the Bedford Foundation is and how Surrey Cricket Club's linked into it. Fantastic support, and thank you for hosting BPF here today, and I'll pass you on to Mickey to say a few words on the forthcoming test series. Thank you.
Now, I didn't know I was saying these few words till this afternoon or what have you, thanks to my agent. I now need another agent, by the way, on that score. But it is welcome to everybody here, the Oval. I didn't know the existence of your organisation or what have you. And, but there's always been a very strong relationship between the Oval and Pakistan cricket. For example, Pakistan won their first test match against England on this ground, 1954. And Pakistan scored, I think it's still the record, the highest total that they achieved in a test match was 703, 1987 or whatever it was. And I was manager of the England side that it got them again on there. So, as I say, there's always been this strong relationship, and as my agent didn't mention it, I scored in my second first-class game, was against Pakistan for Surrey here, and that was in 1954, and I got my first-class 100, so that was all right. And also, Shahid mentioned son Alec, who we're very proud that we have 141 test appearances in our family, and Alex got 133 of them. So in fact, when Sky TV did a programme, Father-Son Affair, which they would show in the luncheon interval of the test match, the guy who was running it after it was all over said, "Well, who was the better player between you two?" And Alec just said, "Well, 133 plays 8, didn't it?" And I said, "Just a minute, there's one little thing. I didn't have a daddy that picked the team when I started mine." So, as I said, that we have had some tremendous cricket here involving Pakistan cricket. The first ever overseas player for Surrey was still my great mate. I had lunch with him last month at Wimbledon. That's Intikhab Alam, who is, he now confesses to being 78. When he said he was 28, when I first knew him, he said 28. I said, "You are the only 28-year-old to have bowled your first ball in first-class cricket to Jack Hobbs in 1929. And of course, we've had magnificent, outstanding bowler Waqar Younis, and reverse swing, and we won't talk about the ball, and also Sack Lane, and all of them played in championship winning sides with Surrey. So it has been great to be involved with the game for such a long time. The playing side is all important, and I think that, where's that your little Manchester United supporter who's going to look to score every time he gets to the wicket? There he is over there he is. And that the enjoyment that I've had from the game, both playing and also coaching and managing, and although it all goes, especially these days, the way the game's gone and everything's reported, etc., and they always want a story, that in first doing the job of England manager, 86, 87 to Australia, and then my only management team, where you now, before a day's play, it looks as though the ground, there's been an invasion, doesn't it? And they're all out there on the warm-ups and this and that. My management team was one. That was Laurie Brown, who was my physio, who had been the physio to Manchester United for 11 years. And then he introduced his wife to Tommy Docherty. And Laurie was tremendous, knew nothing about cricket whatsoever, but was a great personality, and perhaps I shouldn't tell the story in this company. But I know nothing about cricket, but he was an absolute world-class authority of every blend of whiskey that had ever been produced. In fact, on that tour to Australia, Ian Botham gave him the nickname of the Exorcist, because he reckoned when Laurie left the party, all the spirits left with him. And it was he also on this particular trip where there'd been 3 major competitions apart from the Ashes series, which we won, and the America's Cup year it was there, and that was a special one over in the West, and we won that. And then there was the World Series along with Australia, and we finished up winning it there. But when we played Australia in the last qualifying match at Sydney, and off the last over, we required 15, with Alan Lamb at the wicket to face Bruce Reid, left arm over the wicket. And I wasn't too happy because he tried to belt the life out of it instead of running singles, rotating the strike or so. Anyway, the over is about to begin, and suddenly Lammy has gone down, clutching his back. And I said to Lloyd, get out there, because he always sat next to me, get out there with his little bag, 40-odd thousand in the ground, floodlit, out he goes with his little legs going. He said, what's up? What's up? He said, it's my back, I've got a spasm in my back. So he reached into his bag for this magic spray, you know, that cures flu and cures a broken leg and all that. And it wasn't there. Where was it? Down by my feet, where he'd been sat next to me. He thought, I can't. So he said, Ben, he pushed his shirt up. He said, hold your shirt up. So the lamp's down like this. And he goes, tss. He said, how's that? He said, it feels better. Give me another one. Give me another one. He went, pushed his shirt back, and he smashed 15 off 4 balls, and that was it. Anyway, it is so, as I say, to welcome you all to the Oval. I hope everything is a great success for you up and down the country. And thank you very much for the invitation.
Thank you, Mickey. I became chairman of this about 2 years ago now, having spent most of my retirement after leaving IBM after 37 years doing charitable work for cricket. Most of it involved with Chance to Shine. Some of you may have heard about that particular venture. But now at Surrey, we have a wonderful board of trustees, and we raise money to spend in the county supporting the 99% of people who play cricket who aren't being paid by the Surrey County Cricket Board here, Cricket Club here at the Oval. So all the recreational cricket, the schools cricket, the club cricket, the parks cricket, any sort of cricket that goes on in the Surrey County, we try and support. And just today, we just gave away to small grants to about 45 cricket clubs, £100,000 in small capital grants for covers, for new boilers in the clubhouse. You know the sort of things, if you've been involved in club cricket, that you need to make a club go. Our objective is to try and raise £200,000 a year and spend it in the county every year, helping club cricket and schools cricket. So that's our remit. And if you're feeling generous, pick up a brochure and give me a call, and we'll see if we can't talk. With regard to our relationship with the Oval and Surrey County Cricket Club, we couldn't really operate without the help of Richard Gould, the Chief Executive, and his team here. They provide us with IT support, HR support, back office support, and more importantly, give us access to their marketing department so we can fill the Bedser lunch. The day before the Oval Test every year, we have 300 people come to lunch here. So make a note in your diaries. It's usually sold out. This year, we're hoping that Andrew Strauss will come along with Claire Connor, and we're still looking for our luminary Pakistan man to come. I'm trying to get Imran Khan via a very devious method. The chief executive of the Financial Times knows him very well, and I was at school with him. That's how things work in networked organizations like yourself. I'm sure you realize that. That's it from me. Thank you very much indeed for listening.
Yunus started his career at the age of 14. He joined Surrey County Cricket in 1965 at the age of 17 and played at Kia Oval for 13 years. Yunus has scored a total of 20,000 runs in a career that spanned 20 years. His record-breaking partnership with Javed Miadat of 318 runs while playing in Wales against Australians in 1985 is still remembered as one of the best partnerships in the history of cricket. He played his last series in 1987 against India under the captaincy of Imran Khan. The touring Pakistan team managed to beat India in both Test and ODI series. With a round of applause, I will request Mr. Ahmed to come on stand and share his journey in the field of cricket.
Thank you very much indeed for such a fantastic introduction. But I have to say that not 20,000 runs, 26,500 runs. Sorry. I can assure you one thing, making runs in the first class cricket in England is harder than climbing the biggest mountain somewhere in Nepal area and all that, the other. I actually came here to England at such an early age that I had no idea how the West lived. And exactly I know now how the West is won. Come from a cricketing family. Saeed was a very successful cricketer, played for Pakistan in this, started his career in 1958-59, touring West Indies, and had a very successful tour against one of the finest, quickest bowlers of the world, the Dudney, Gilchrist, Hall, Sobers. And that inspired me that I ought to get something closer to that would be a great achievement. But all this was to happen because my father had a scrapbook at home which had all these English championship cuttings in there. There was all the great Jim Lakers, Peter May, Alec Betzer, Peter Loader, and of course in there were Len Hutton as well. And every morning before my father would go to work, there'll be discussions about cricket, how England going to do, and who is the next best team in the world. Well, that was just good enough for me, and I was doing nicely in my school days playing cricket. And as it had turned out that I did my metric exams and passed the exams and joined my college's first year, Government College Lahore, which is considered as well like a Harrow Eton here in England. A very proud man walking with that blazer on, going around there, and happy life, look forward to playing some cricket. I had already managed to play a first class match, and I also already had scored a first class 100, and I think that I was about the age of about 16 and a half at the time. But more importantly, that my father announced that he would like me to learn cricket and go to England and see what you can do on in English conditions. I flew in to England on the 22nd of April 1965. Couldn't believe my luck that when I landed at Heathrow Airport, that it was so cold that I was shivering. And I looked at my brother Saeed and I said, it's supposed to be summer. He said, no, there is no summer here. I said, pardon? He said, there's no summer in England. So I said, how do they play cricket? He said, they play cricket with long jumpers, sweaters, and long johns. And how true it was. The culture and the language was a difficult problem for me. But the good thing was when I was told off by my coach for not playing well, whatever he said, 90% of it I never understood. But that was just a start. After playing few matches, a couple of weeks later, in July the 17th, 1965, the most powerful team of the world, South Africa, landed here to play a full series against England. Now they are to play the 3-day match at the Oval against Surrey. Surrey carrying such a powerful history, producing the greats of the world, the two Betzer brothers, one of the finest seam bowler, Alec Betzer, and then we had Peter May, and then Jim Laker, Jim Laker, and the other greats that we've seen over the years. South Africa produced the strongest side to play. And the man that who basically responsible for my career is sitting right in front of me, on my right, who was here speaking, Mr. Mickey Stewart. I was called by my coach, Arthur McIntyre, day before the match. A match, Guildford, Surrey versus Hampshire. He calls me in the one corner. I thought, oh, another rollicking again due for Yunus Ahmed. He said, you got to report tomorrow at the Oval. Oh, what is happening at the Oval? He said, South Africa playing Surrey. We are short of players. There have been injuries, and the senior players may not be able to play. You have to report and come early. Thank you very much, sir. I rushed back home from Guildford to Wimbledon and rang my brother Saeed up, who was playing in Lancashire League. And I told him what I've been told by my coach. And I said, I've been asked to report back. There is a possibility I might be playing against South Africa tomorrow. He said, Yunus, you didn't hear them right. Probably they need a 12th man who carry drinks, and that is what we will be doing. But whatever you do a good job. You listen to the elders, you listen to the seniors, and don't open your mouth anything when you're there. So next morning early, I was up early, got my train from New Malden, Surrey, and travelled to Vauxhall Bridge, just behind us here. With my cricket bat, heavy one bats in there, sweaters, lots of sweaters. Long walk. Who's walking along with me? Hundreds of people coming to the cricket. And they all kept looking at me to see who is this little boy carrying a bag and walking with us in the same direction. So they probably thought that there is a little small ground somewhere near the Oval where he'll be playing a school match. Got to the gate, main gate, trying to get into the gate, through the gate with hundreds of people, members, and the cars coming with the committee members coming through. And I was stopped by the senior gate supervisor. He says, Sonny, hey, where are you going? He says, I'm going into the dressing room. He said, you going in the dressing room for what? I said, I've been told to come there. He said, no, Sonny, this is a Surrey playing against South Africa, the most important match in London. And you're probably playing a school match somewhere along over that side. Well, I just again said that this is what I was told. I played few matches for a second 11, and I really think that this is what they told me. Anyway, after begging him for 10 minutes, I was allowed in. Walked into this first team dressing room. Who's standing there is my great captain, Mickey Stewart. With a big smile on his face, says to me, welcome Yunus, well done. You made it. You are playing today. I said, really? He said, you are playing today, well done, and you know you will do it. I said, no, the way I'm shitting, I don't think I can do one thing, only go to the toilet. Anyway, Mickey Stewart went in to toss up, and Surrey won the toss and decided to bat. And another disaster for me. I said, God, I needed time to get used to the place, the first team dressing room, playing with the senior players, and then the entire ground is full. Not a one seat available here. Surrey won the toss. Surrey decided to bat, and off we go. The match started at 11 o'clock. And yours truly is batting at 20-12 in the middle with all the thousands of people around me, and I could not believe what is happening to me. I looked around and I said, oh my God. I said, what have you done to me, oh my old man sitting in Lahore? I was quite happy going to the Lahore Government College, because there were girls there too, so we were quite happy to chat up, few girls. And there it is, that quickest bowler, Peter Pollock, bowling one end. And that chap was quick. He was as quick as you could see, as quick as Imran, Michael Holding, Joe Garner, Marshall, Sylvester Clark, Dennis Lilly. He had taken 2 wickets already. Surrey was struggling. We were about something like 25 for 2. And I am batting there, looking at the crowd, worrying about what the hell is this happening. I survived a couple of overs, and then I thought, well, this best thing is to get on with it and get some runs. So I played a couple of foolish shots, and I got myself out at 21. But somehow or the other, my score 21 might have looked good the way I batted that day. And I remember well when I was out, and my captain Mickey Stewart sitting there called me over and said, well, you were courageous, played well, but there was no need you to get out like that. And then in the second inning, cut the story short, I batted what my captain had said and made 66. And from there on, I moved to Worcester, played there for 4 years. And then lastly I went to play third county for Glamorgan. And Javed Miandad, mate of mine, was there, and was such a good fun to play with, such a character that who would basically love to needle fast bowlers, always taking on, no problem whatsoever. And Javed was always, I'm calming him down, said don't say anything to it. And during that inning of 318 runs partnership, he kept on talking to Jeff Thompson, one of the greatest fast bowlers of the world. And he kept on saying to him, listen, you are playing now in England. The wicket you are playing is not like the Perth wicket that you bowl normally at and go for my head. And now I can show you what I'm made of. And he was never scared of any tussle. He's brilliant player, a genius, knowledge of the game. Imran and him were basically a big partnership as captain and vice captain on the India tour in '87. Javed was the main man who was advising Imran for what was going on, how to go about it. And Pakistan won that both series very handsomely and brought back the glory for Pakistan. Thank you so much for your time and for that.
This has been a great event by the Business and Professionals Club at the British Pakistan Foundation. It's been a fantastic celebration to mark the upcoming tour to England by the Pakistan cricket team. As part of the BPF, we also have a women's network, which is intended and designed to celebrate and promote the achievements of Pakistani women here in Britain, to show and highlight their contribution to the British society and economy. We've got 2 great events coming up. One is a health and wellness event, and the following week we're having a small round table, all on the topic of goal setting, planning, and how to balance your career with your personal life. We're looking to add more members and get as many women of Pakistani and British origin involved as possible.
My name is Adil Mukhtar. I work for the British Pakistan Foundation. Today we are here to celebrate the upcoming visit of Pakistani cricket team in August at Kia Oval. The aim of the event is to highlight that Pakistan, we support the cricket team, and we will do such events in future as well. And I would advise everyone who is watching my message to go and join our institute, which is called British Pakistan Foundation. And if you have any inquiry, you can send us an email. Thank you so much. Take care.